To sum it up in one word, basically, it's hell. Most days it is. And people don't understand that. They think your kids are just being brats. They think, and people look at you as a parent and think that you're doing a bad job raising your kids, or you're letting them run wild, when they don't even understand.
The symptoms of ADHD often make parents feel helpless. They feel like their child's not doing well in school, that their child is having difficulty in scouting activities or being on the soccer team, or just feeling like nothing is ever organized at home.
ADHD turns out is a chronic disorder for most people. So oftentimes we start to see symptoms of it in preschool, elementary school, but we also see plenty of symptoms in adolescence. Teenagers may have difficulty in terms of driving. They can be impulsive. It turns out that they get more driving citations, traffic accidents. They're more likely to also abuse substances, alcohol, and other illegal substances. And adults with ADHD also have problems that can be in the work setting, or can also be in an academic setting if they're college students. And it can also be at home in their relationships with their spouses, roommates, and friends. Here at the Mind Institute, we use a variety of research techniques to study ADHD. That includes brain imaging techniques such as fMRI, ERP, EEG, as well as psychosocial techniques where we can measure the behavior and look at its trajectory and outcomes for people with ADHD. Having the biological measures, I think, also makes people understand that this is a real disorder, and we can see that children who are struggling in terms of their academic work, sometimes their brain also reflects that. So we can see that they actually seem to be using their brains less efficiently. And through our brain research, this gives us targets that we can use in terms of developing perhaps pharmacological treatments as well as behavioral interventions to try to make it easier for the individual with ADHD to be more successful when they are trying to focus.
Provide initial psychiatric or psychological assessment to find out if they indeed have attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. If they do so, we provide, in addition to behavior, parenting, and other support strategies, we provide them with options of various medication treatments. We are trying to come up with medication strategies that are safer, that have less side effects, and that are better tolerated. Academic component of Mind Institute ADHD program is a very important component of this unique program. We have been working with a group of child psychiatry fellows as well as developmental pediatrics fellows, and they bring their own expertise and insight to the program. And at the same time, we are pleased to help and contribute the future of psychiatry, particularly when it comes to ADHD.
One of our clinical interventions is a behavioral parent training, education and support group. And what it does is that it really gives us an opportunity to help empower parents to work with their children, because the symptoms of ADHD occur primarily in the home, in the school setting, and in social settings.
It's peaceful to know that you have people that you can come and sit with, and people that understand the situations that you're in, the children that you have, and it makes you feel a little more comfortable and at ease knowing that you're not alone.
It's funny because I've read a lot of books and articles and about children with ADHD, but for me it broke everything down in a much more concise step-by-step process that made you feel like, okay, this is doable.
Here at the UC Davis Mind Institute, our goal of the ADHD program is to develop better assessments for ADHD as well as new treatments. And I think it's a really good investment because so many of the issues that affect people with ADHD are also true in many other psychiatric and neurological disorders. So for instance, we work on attention. Attention, working memory, and self-control are some of our primary targets. And it turns out those issues are very common in children with autism. They may also be common in dementia, in substance abuse, schizophrenia, and so forth. So if we can find ways to enhance people's attention and find ways to improve our ability to detect those problems as well, it can be applicable to all those disorders.
amazing things are happening at the UC Davis Mind Institute. And to make those amazing things happen, we need the support of our entire community. We need the support of the people who volunteer to come participate in our clinical trials. We need the support of advocates who go out and talk about the experience of having a child with a neurodevelopmental disorder. And we need the supporters who share their philanthropic donations with us so that we can do the research that will find the answers, that will define the future of better approaches to the treatment of neurodevelopmental disorders.
My personal mission is to help create a unique program to address ADHD-related concerns for children, adolescents, and adults.
Through my years of working with children and adults with ADHD, I've seen so many of them have terrific potential to be successful and to be great contributors to society. I feel that it's my personal responsibility to find better ways to develop treatments that we can use and implement to help reach all people with ADHD so they can also be at their best and perform at their optimal level.
I really would like to continue. I really feel like there's so many opportunities and possibilities, not just for children with it, but for siblings, for families, to learn how to deal with it in a more positive way. And that's where I'm getting at. I'm trying to change not just the mindset for myself, but for the whole household in a more positive direction.